Hi guys, welcome to Bargains with Love. My name is Lana. I have a reselling channel here. I'm a part-time reseller. Today I have a what sold video for you, but we're going to talk about bread and butter today. Look, and I have some bread and butter over here because I love it. I love bread and butter. I can't eat it every day because it's not good for my waistline, but in terms of bread and butter brands for reselling, that's what we're all about, right? We need our bread and butter brands. So today I'm going to tell you about what sold in the last 2 weeks for us. As we've been selling men's clothing, we are coming to better understand what our bread and butter brands are, and because it's different for every reseller. So please comment down below and please let me know which brands you consider your bread and butter. Doesn't matter if it's men's or women's, just comment down below so that we can all learn from each other. What are your bread and butter brands? It's different for everybody. So today I will show you what we think our brands are that we consider bread and butter, what's been selling, for how much, and what's selling quickly. So stay tuned. I'm going to show you what sold in the first 2 weeks of October for us. Okay, so let's start with this brand, George. So this is a brand that's sold at Walmart. And this brand was really low on our desirability scale. So if I ever saw this brand at the thrift store before, I would never pick it up. But now that we've been selling this brand, and we get this brand from our supplier that ships clothing to us by pound, it's been selling for us. And George actually sells pretty well. And what we're thinking is that they're actually not bad quality shirts, and not just shirts, you know, they make other items, of course, and we sell shirts, pants, shorts, men's clothing. So apparently men like this brand. And so what I would tell you, if you see it at the bin store, I mean at the bins, Goodwill bins, and you pay very little money for it and you can find a larger size, then pick it up because they do sell. So this one right here, George men's size shirt, size 3XL, sold for $9.81. Then we have this next one. This is a button-down plaid shirt, size 2XL. This one sold for $12.90. And I'll just try to scroll a little bit, show you what it looks like in close-up pictures. And we'll always take pictures of the measurements of the length and the pit to pit in our listings. And then this one sold for $8. Then we have LL Bean. LL Bean, you would think that, you know, it's a good brand, but from the reselling standpoint, it's not a super great one. This was a fishing shirt, and fishing shirts usually sell really well. They have like this vented part on the back and the front. But this one sold for $12. So we had it listed for $16.11, but we accepted an offer $12. The good thing about fishing shirts that they sell fast. They don't always sell for a lot of money, but they sell faster than regular shirts. Then we sold this LL Bean wool sweater. We accepted an offer of $19.90. So LL Bean does not have a really great sell-through rate, but it does sell if you can find it in larger sizes. Nautica. So Nautica is not a very desirable brand for reselling purposes. We do sell it, but it doesn't sell really fast. So over here, I think we sold a couple of Nautica items. This first one, we accepted an offer of $8.50. These are cargo shorts. Then this pair of shorts sold for $10.90. Or $10.71, I guess. Levi's. So Levi's, of course, is a true bread and butter brand. We all love selling Levi's, but for us, they don't always sell for a lot of money. I guess this is just not the desirable models. This is a 541 size 4630. This one we accepted an offer of $10 for this one. But I would think that this kind of size is hard to find. 4630, that length 30, is hard to find usually. We like to get rid of things fast. We don't like to wait around for the right buyer that would pay the right price. We just like to sell them. If we get an offer, we are more likely to accept it if it's within a few dollars. Let's say $2 or $3 within our asking price. Usually we accept offers like that. Here's another pair of Levi's. This sold for $12.51. And this was not a larger size. This is actually a skinny size. Under Armour. So Under Armour is, of course, a good brand. We would, if you're a reseller and you resell clothing, you would agree that Under Armour is something that we like to find and pick up at thrift stores or anywhere we source for inventory. But you have to get it for really, really cheap price, because I don't know, maybe new tags sells for good money, but used ones do not sell for a lot of money for us. So this was a large size 3XL. However, it still sold for only $10. Then we have another Under Armour shirt here. This one sold for $9.90. So yeah, I mean, they do sell fast, but they don't sell for a lot of money, unfortunately. Adidas, here's another one. This one sold for only $11, but this was a really nice shirt. Really would have liked seeing it sell for more money. But again, we like to move inventory quickly because we don't have a lot of storage space. We can't just sit on it and wait for the right buyer for a long time. Nike, another great brand, definitely bread and butter. Nike shorts. So these right here sold for $10.71, size 3XL. Again, you would think that Nike would sell for more, but probably because they're used, sold for only $10.71. Here's another Nike that sold for $13.41. Performance long sleeve shirt, size 3XL. Now, moving on to Ralph Lauren. Ralph Lauren, or Polo Ralph Lauren, is taking a #1 spot for the last 2 weeks in our sale. We sold 8 Ralph Lauren items in the last 2 weeks. So this first Ralph Lauren shirt over here, we accepted an offer of $11 on it. These are actually women's Ralph Lauren jeans in size 12. I had them for a while, and on these we accepted an offer of $10. These were newer tags, and I think I picked them up at the thrift store one time. This next Ralph Lauren button-down shirt, size XXL, sold for $15.21, so that was a good sale. This one right here, men's button-down shirt, Yarmouth style. This one sold, we accepted an offer of $11. Here's a pair of Ralph Lauren men's pants, size 40-29. Again, one of those sizes that's hard to find. These were new with tags, and these sold for $20. We accepted an offer of $20. Here's a Polo Ralph Lauren men's polo. This one sold for $17.91. And Polo Ralph Lauren sleepwear shirt, long sleeve. This was a nice kind of lounge wear shirt. This one sold for $13.50. Unfortunately, when I do these screenshots of the sold items, it doesn't show the price that it actually sold for. I don't know if you guys know how to pull those up for showing purposes, but I'm having to look this up and tell you verbally what it sold for. So this is a women's shirt, and in this video, of course, and most of my videos, you see men's clothing because that's what we sell the most. And this video is about men's bread and butter brands, but here's a women's shirt. I did want to show it to you because you may have seen in one of my unboxing videos. This one came from Goodwill Blue Box, and this was new tags, and it sold for $26.91. Then we have Vineyard Vines shirt. Definitely a desirable brand. I do like picking up Vineyard Vines, especially for men's larger size clothing items, and this one sold for $20.61. Brooks Brothers. So this is another one of those brands that I really like picking up. So this was a cardigan, a men's cardigan. It has those patches on the sleeves. And unfortunately, this one had a big flaw. It had a hole in the sleeve that I had to fix myself. So what happened is I found this sweater at the Goodwill bins, and somebody threw it back into the bin. I picked it up. I was like, hey, Brooks Brothers, this is a really nice cardigan, nice size, extra large. So I picked it up. Then when I got home, I noticed that it had that flaw, it had a hole, and I fixed it, and we listed it like this, showing that it's been repaired, and it sold for $13.50 to an international buyer, so it went overseas. Here we go, St. John's Bay, another one of those brands that no, we don't usually pick it up if we see it at the thrift store, but since we get these from a supplier, we don't have a choice. When it comes in, we go ahead and list it, and they do sell. So this one sold for $10, size 4XL. This next one over here sold for $11.50. This is just a long sleeve, but a polo type shirt. Greg Norman, my golf shirt. Greg Norman, unfortunately, does not sell for a lot of money. So, if you can get Greg Norman shirts for really cheap and in a larger size, yes, go ahead and pick it up, but they don't sell for a lot of money. Faded Glory, also, if you can get it for really cheap, you can pick it up in larger sizes again, so that makes a big difference. They do sell, but not for a lot of money. This one sold for $8. Lucky Brand, Lucky Brand in jeans is actually not bad, and these sold for $19.90. Men's size 44-30, good size. We accepted an offer of $19.90. Travis Matthew, yes, we love picking up Travis Matthew. So this one came from our supplier in one of those bags. So this was not something that we found at the thrift store. We were just really happy to see it come in one of those bags. And this one sold for $15 when accepted an offer. Sold pretty fast, you can probably imagine, because this brand does sell fast. Lacoste, also one of those brands that, yes, we do like it. We like picking it up. We like selling it. Sells fast. So this one was size 2XL. Really nice short sleeve button down shirt. Sold for $15. FootJoy men's golf shirt. So this one came from a supplier. Usually we get used clothing from them, but this one was actually new with tags, which was really cool. And this brand, we've sold it before in used condition. Some shirts that we used, they did not sell for a lot of money. But since this one was new, this one sold pretty fast, and it sold for $30. We accepted an offer on that. So we were pretty happy with that, to sell it for $30. Here's an ugly Christmas sweater. Yes, it's that time. People are now buying ugly Christmas sweaters. This one was funny. It said, "Merry Christmas, you filthy animal." And the brand is called You Look Ugly Today. So we accepted an offer of $12 on this sweater. Next, we have this Guinness zip-up hoodie, and this one only sold for $10.90. But anything like this, like it's branded and it has like some type of, let's say, liquor or beer brand on it, trademark, they do sell. Not for a lot of money, but they sell. Dockers, not a great brand for reselling purposes. This one sold for $11.61. It's a nice sweater though, so yeah, nice quality, but they don't have a quick sell-through rate. This brand right here I haven't heard before. It's called Vintage Jeans. This is what it looks like on the label. Let me see if I can show it to you a little bit better. Vintage Jeans Black, VGB. So if you're familiar with this brand, please comment down below. Let me know what your experience has been with this brand. First time I've seen this brand, and they sold for $17.91. Eaton Contemporary, also another brand that I'm not familiar with. So this was like this houndstooth print pattern shirt. It says made in Romania in Europe. So it looks like this is a nice brand. I've just never seen it before, and it sold for $15. Also came from our supplier. Here's another brand that I've never heard before, Rough Hewn, XXL size. This one sold for $10.71. NFL apparel, and this was Philadelphia Eagles shirt. They did really well playing the Cowboys the other day. Watched the game. I'm a Cowboys fan, but the Eagles were better that day, so this one sold for $11.61. Then American Rag, normally that is not a great brand in my opinion. It doesn't sell for a lot of money, but this was a men's cardigan, 100% cotton, nice style, good size, so it did sell for a pretty good price of $17.91. Green Fleece, this was a cool jacket. You probably saw it in my video when I showed you we bought a bag of used sweatshirts from our supplier, where we buy stuff by the pound, and this was in one of those bags. This one, I think it was a vintage item. It only sold for $10, but it sold really fast though. We probably should have asked for more money for it and kind of waited a little bit, but we went ahead and sold it for $10. Joseph Aboud brand shirt. This one was new with tags. Sold for $11.61. This one came from Goodwill Blue Box, and it was in one of my unboxing videos. Wrangler. So Wrangler was not my favorite brand before, but now it's kind of becoming one of our bread and butter brands. We sold three Wrangler items in the last 2 weeks. So this shirt sold for $9.90. We just accepted an offer on it. Looks like a kind of thin flannel type of shirt. Then this next one is a pair of Wrangler hiking pants. These sold for I think about $10. It says $11.61, but I think they sold for $10. And we sold a pair of Wrangler shorts, and these also sold for $10. Oh yes, actually we have another Wrangler item. These Wrangler jeans, these sold for $12.51. Size 34-32, carpenter style. Yep, so you can see on the back here the carpenter style, $12.51. Haggar. So Haggar is another bread and butter brand for us. And I did not think it would be a good brand for reselling, because that's just what I heard before from other people. But they do sell. They sell for us. So these Haggar pants, of course, Haggar is known for men's trousers, men's pants. These sold for $10, size 48-32. This pair of Hager pants sold for $12.51, size 42-30. And then we sold this Hager shirt in size 4XL, and this one sold for only $10. Van Heusen is not one of my favorite brands for reselling. But this yellow button-down shirt in size 19, 34-35 sleeve, sold for $12. And this Van Heusen shirt sold for $12.14, size 3XL. So yeah, with Van Heusen, if you can get it for cheap and larger sizes, just go ahead and pick it up. They do sell. And we have another Van Heusen shirt, and this one sold for $10.71. Size XXL. And another Van Heusen shirt sold for $12.14. And Izod, I only have one for the last 2 weeks that we sold, and this sold for only $10. So no, Izod is not one of my favorite brands. I mean, once in a while it will sell, but it does not have a really good sell-through rate. Arrow, this is not a great brand. I do show it to you over here. It sold for $10.71 because of the size, and I don't remember where they sell Arrow brand, maybe at Kohl's or something like that. Here's another Arrow shirt. This one sold for $8.50, accept an offer. Well, all right, that was it, you guys. Thank you so much for coming to my channel, for watching. If you commented and let me know what your bread and butter brands are, I thank you so much, because we're here to learn from each other. We're a community of resellers. If you're new at this, or if you've been doing this for a long time, please comment, share your wisdom so that we can all benefit from it. Thank you so much, and I will see you again next week.